morning, guys. Starting week 14 here. We're short a few staff because they had success on Friday with their cockfighting, so then they move on to the next round, I guess. It's kind of like a regional, I don't know, kind of a tournament type thing where they go fight their roosters. So we're down to just a couple guys today, and so we're going to change gears. We're waiting for lumber. So let's go take a look around. We had a really strong rainstorm for about a couple hours yesterday. We were over in the other barangay going to a mass and a Christmas party, and we actually rode the motorbike. It was such a nice night, but we ended up having to sit over there for a couple hours waiting for the rain to stop so we could ride home. Oh, making up some cement. Okay, mortar. Old school. No cement mixer. All right. We're going to go to do some hollow block today. Put some hollow block up. Like I said, it was a heck of a rainstorm. Most of the rebar was underwater when we got back here last night. We're waiting for plywood, and we're waiting for coconut lumber. Coconut lumber's not coming till tomorrow, so they really can't do a whole lot up there on top until that happens. And out of soda. We got some water in here. But yeah, we're gonna do some hollow block. Get the hollow block I built up there. Morning. Working in the shade. Good. And Joshua hauling all the hollow block. All right, guys, here we are, Tuesday morning, and we're gonna take on the day here. Things have not worked out like we're supposed to do. Lumber was supposed to be here today. We get a call from them saying they can't deliver because of the rain up in the hill up there. So it is kind of amazing how you're 30 miles away and on the island of Panglao, and they're up. I don't know if it's 30 miles or what, but it's kind of inland on the main island of Bohol, and they're in the hills up there. So they obviously, they get more rain with the clouds hitting that. So no lumber today. So we're going to keep busy. We're going to make up some mortar here. We're going to have guys start finishing up on the smooth coat. The frustrations here is not having product on hand when you need it. Instead, it's kind of more like, all right, we need it, now let's go get it. I've expressed this to my wife, and now I'm just getting a little irritated because there's trim pieces up for the that go up above those right there. Let me show you. They're out here on this. I've been asking for like a month now where they at. Oh, the next town over, the next town over. Well, let's get to the next town over and get them so we have them here so it could be done. But it's falling on deaf ears, and I don't quite understand why. It's almost like we're always waiting until we need it before we go buy it. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or what. We're afraid we're gonna run out of money or what. But see, these trim pieces here, I think they come in a length. You cut them down and you kind of plaster them up there. And I wish I had those on hand, but they're gonna be smooth coating out the top row of bricks there, so it looks like the rest of this. Bury that electrical line in this. Joshua came here since they're going to do the mortar. They got to screed the sand, make it good and pure. We had to patch up the screen board here. We got some tears in it there, so we obviously need some more screen. So just make up a little bit of fine sand, a bag of cement there, a little bit of water. They're going to make the mortar up here. How did your rooster do? You win?
One draw, one loss, one win.
Oh, okay. Break even. Okay. Come up here to get their tools ready here. Trowel, smoothing in, a hammer, got a line, some nails, tape measure there, bucket of water to wet stuff down. We're also over here making a repair on the scaffolding so they can use this one. So, yeah. There ain't nobody breaking through there, falling off. So that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. Trying to replace one of the weaker boards with a stronger board. That sounds good to me. Down the board there, cement board or hardy board, they use that to pour it. Sponge he has there in his hand for putting the water on. Good idea, actually. just flop it on there like that. That's amazing how they do that. So I guess if it's too wet, it won't stay on there. That's why they kind of just got to get the right consistency, and it's just kind of a eyeball thing. Alright, patching up the screen so we could squeeze some sand here. We need to get more screen, but in the meantime they are patching that up so they can use it. Good ingenuity. And just like that, one row was completed. Got most of those. We're gonna bury the water line. Okay, and we're back out here burning brush again. Got a good fire going out there. That's what I like to see. Gonna maybe have the guys move these rocks and stumps out of the way today. Is busy work as well. All right, we got some treating the sand there, making it extra fine. Got a load of plywood coming in. Good old smell of diesel from back in the days of non-emission diesel engines. Woo! Forgot how nasty that could be. All right, 22 pieces, or 24 pieces of plywood. Chipping that up there to make the when they put the smooth rendering coat on there to help it stick to the kind of penetration into the next column, next layer of cement. Alright guys, Tuesday PM, about 4, a little after 4, last hour of the day. We got a lot done back here today. I actually got out here and spent a couple hours working out here, got soaking wet, just a sweat. And gosh, the humidity is unbelievable. I mean, these guys working this thing I was exhausted after an hour and a half. I took a break and then I came back out when they went to lunch to kind of keep our fire going. Burned up a lot of the stumps, not the big ones, but a lot of them, the wood. We got this cleared out here, that big pile we had here of rock and brush. We got that cleared out because that is where our gate is going to go. So that's taken care of. I've been trying to get that done for a couple weeks now, trying to get somebody to get out here and get it, but we got it done. Now we got, I cleaned up the trash that was out here. Cleaned up all that wood. That's a tree that I cut down. Now we got Joshua over here. He is taking the Anapola rock that this is the rock that came out of our yard, and we're going to put it there basically where the entryway is. So in the event that when they start digging our pool, we're going to need somewhere else to park our truck, and so that'll probably be the spot right there where we're going to park at right there. So Anapole rock will kind of serve as a parking spot. Keep the truck from getting all muddy and everything and getting stuck in the mud, as well as running over any nails or trash that's out there. Slow going, but it is. We're probably, the pool probably won't start until after probably maybe the first week of January, second week of January, depending on if we get the slab poured. Because once the slab gets poured, then the Anapola rock will be needed for backfill on the first floor. So those two things will probably go together, and we'll go from there. And here's my burn pile. I'm so proud of this burn pile. Filipino style is to create smaller piles, and kind of just where the brush is at, pile it up, and it kind of makes sense because then you burn the grass down and the roots down, and probably put some nutrients back into the soil. But it rains here and stuff is still green and wet, and I got a rip-roaring fire going with some dry stuff. I had some big old stumps in there, and we've been feeding this thing all day today, and we have done a pretty good job of cleaning this thing up and getting everything burned out. And I'm going to play with it a little bit and see if I can't keep it going. Cleaning the side yard there and brush and everything as I get some firewood out of it. Joshua, a pretty resourceful guy, and he chops all that up, puts it in bags, and hauls it home. I think his family uses some of it. I think Lolita's mom uses some of it. All right, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, working on the 5th one, smoothing those out, looking good up there. Over on this side over here, a little bit of a different approach. He does the columns and then smooths out the brick, and then does the column and then smooths out the brick. So it looks good though. We're getting there, and uses this block right here to make it square. See the string right there? Pretty innovative. String right there. Piece of plywood up on the top. And you got your strings right there to keep you square. Good idea. All right. And looking good. Looks good, Edgar. Looks good. Gravel they get out of the sand there, right there. You can see we did get a new screen, so they got that taken care of and tacked on there. Even though they did repair the other one, they got a new screen, so we got that there, and it's looking good. And there's their mortar mix right there. There's little Steph. He's waiting for his mama to come home. When Lolita leaves, Steph sits here by the gate and just waits for her. He often just sits over there in the muddy water and dirt because it's cool, but he just sits there and he'll wait for her all day if he has to. Alright guys, so that's a wrap here. We did get the plywood in today, but no lumber yet, so we have a plan for tomorrow. We're also in here chipping the columns up, so when the smooth coat goes on them, they will stick to that. Speaking of that, there is my wife right there, and you can see Steph gets all excited. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Good morning. Wednesday morning here in the Philippines. Panglao, Bohol. We are in the middle of week 14, Wednesday morning, on our house build, and we are moving along here. We got the full crew back today, unlike yesterday. We're back to doing some masonry work. They're smooth coating out the the walls again. Gonna finish that up. Got the columns to do. We got the plywood in yesterday, so they're putting down some of the plywood up there on the spots where we have the framing up. And for places we have a little bit of spare coconut lumber, short pieces, so they can finish forming up the columns in these short sections. And back out here doing mason work out here, doing the same thing over here on the walls, finishing out the columns. And that's going there. Coconut lumber is supposed to be here this afternoon, hopefully sooner in the afternoon. And we got Marino out here. He is trimming up the right of way here and keeping the bushes back. He hadn't driven out of here in probably a week and a half, almost 2 weeks till last night, and realized how overgrown it was gotten. So he's chopping back all the bushes, going to so we can get by there without scratching up our truck any more than it already is. And then I am going to come out here and help Joshua. We're going to fill this in with some rock and some dirt. And all right, let me go get the other wheelbarrow. I even tarped it up. They must have had rain up there on the hill, huh? She coming? You need money?
Yeah.
Oh. 11,500.
How much?
11,500.
11,500.
Oh wow, look at that big beam there. They got some big beams in here. Wow. That coconut lumber too? Wow. 4 by 6s, that looks like a 6 by 12 or something. That's big lumber there. Yeah, alright. Lots of lumber here, I'm gonna get out of the way. Also our putting a smooth coat on the inside here, and this step wall, I guess you call it. We're going to be putting that, and that way it can dries out. We're going to put a sealer on it, just to be on the safe side, just to kind of help protect the hollow block from absorbing water. So we've been doing that. And almost halfway done with that. They just started that today. And over here we got Edgar smoothing out the columns and doing all this over here, making this look pretty. Very nice. Very nice. Bending out the rebar, putting a little L bend on it. There's a smooth coat on the inside walls there. Got these columns all this finished off here. So we got our lumber, so we can get back on track tomorrow with the finishing up the forming up there, and then the plywood. They're getting ready to get the rebar for up on top. We got the plumbing ordered today, so hopefully that'll be here tomorrow. Maureen is out here clipping up the right-of-way very nicely. Got this all trimmed back, so if the trucks need to come in here, we can definitely get down here. and kind of get the right of way, kind of where it's actually a right of way instead of just a motorbike path. We're going to have them clear out a little bit of this side here. We actually bought some papayas from our neighbor today. A couple papayas up there. We got a couple free ones the other day, but today we bought a couple from them. They didn't really want the money, but we gave it to them anyway. So we'll clear this out so they can do some column work on this side when the time comes. And Joshua is over here still working on our parking area. And he's doing a good job there. He's kind of getting this all knocked out so we can park in here without being in the mud and all the garbage that was in here. Yeah. Coconut tree is still plugging along here. This one here, looks like the leaves got burned by something. They kind of sprinkled up there. This one here still kind of got burned too. And there, that sun was, like I said, that sun was intense today, so put a tarp up over them, keep that sun off, and it was intense. I was out here, I was digging for a little bit, and I lasted for about an hour, and I couldn't do it anymore. I just wore me out. So, but they got this done nicely out here. Getting the mid-sized rocks there, it's kind of nice, and just lay those in there. Looks like my fire is finally out. Lots of the stumps have burned. And, alright, piece of glass.